This 14-year-old Indian-American student shot.
Sebanyak 30 sekolah terdiri daripada 3 sekolah kebangsaan, 26 sekolah menengah kebangsaan dan 1 sekolah.
这是多大的事儿啊！现在的孩子，你说一点包容都没有。
அடையாளத்தை வெளிப்படுத்திக் கொள்ள விரும்பாத ஒரு நபர் புதிய தலைமுறையோடு பகிர்ந்து கொண்டார்.
Un comportement celui d'une mère.
균력을 흐드른 일당이 부착했습니다. 중국 출신인
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lai Feng Yi. It is my pleasure to be here today to host the talk show. Our topic is bullying and cyberbullying. A very welcome to everyone watching our talk show. Okay, before that, let me introduce our guests today. They are Miss Shafika, Santia, Saras, and Devi. Welcome them and thanks for attending our talk show. Okay, so before I start my talk show, I would like to introduce what is cyberbullying and bullying. So in my screen over here, a photo of a book that the studies of field case bullying was shown in early 20th century already as it. Okay, so if you read it, read through the books, okay, you can know in the older text, bullying was often described as physical harassment. So from here, we can know this kind of case has been happening for a very, very long time. And do you know what is the difference between bully and cyberbullying? To be more understanding, I have prepared some video and let's watch together. Okay guys, come back to here. So in the first video here was 3 children acting about bullying. So bullying is an action one or more people hurting the victims through verbal or physical way, like using harmful words, punching, pushing, and kicking the victims. Okay, now let's move to the second video and let's see what is cyberbullying. Okay, I want to find an ugly picture. Let me make it small and then I want to put it on her face. Yeah, that's it. Okay, now I want to send it into the social media and look at the comment on this ugliest bulky woman. Here is it, the picture. Let me see the comment. Oh my god, you're so ugly. Ugly girl. You tak mandi ke? Oh my god, I have to comment on this one. It is like a fungus. Okay. So in this second video where we just acting about the cyberbullying. In a simple way to talk, it is digital bullying. Examples in the video, people was bullying me by harmful message, posts, and sharing my private information. So this kind of case is called cyberbullying. Okay, and today our talk show will talk about the impact, the cause, and prevention of bullying. Although bullying has been part of human interaction for generations, its impact has received widespread attention in recent years due to its adverse effects on mental health, well-being, and overall social dynamics. So today we are going to talk about bullying and cyberbullying. And let's start our talk show now. Okay, so in these slides, we can have a look on the statistics. For 2022, a total of 122 cases of bullying were convicted compared to only 50 cases recorded in 2021. Which is a very, very high rate and it is still increasing. And it is only show for the bullying cases. What do you think are the cases for the cyberbullying, guys?
The seriousness of online bullying cannot be underestimated. There have been many cases of children suffering and depressions and even self-destructive due to being humiliated online.
Hi, I'm Sandia. Yeah, people in the sociality, law enforcement officer and a related school and the experts are facing more and more socially seriously problem of online bullying.
And also with the rapid crowd of social networking sites, people find it somewhat difficult to stop trolls from bullying others online.
I have found that boys are more likely to be physically bullied, often with physical violence. Girls are more likely to experience psychological bullying, especially through cyberbullying, and girls are increasingly being subjected to cyber sexual bullying.
Wow, according to you guys' information, it seems like bullying and cyberbullying is a very serious case. And according to what you guys say, these kind of problems are globalized and happen everywhere. What do you think is the impact of bullying and cyberbullying, Ms. Debbie?
For the impact in this case, it is not only the victim who get harmed, it is also affected to the victim's family and even society. After being bullied, the most obvious consequence is body injury. This injury is often inflicted by the bully through physical bullying, such as kicking and hitting the victim. Being bullied for a long time can also cause psychological problems. The victim usually has weak self-esteem, shows a strong sense of inferiority, is usually introvert, overly sensitive, and depression, etc. They feel lonely, anxious, and even have suicidal thoughts in primary school.
Yeah, Debbie. As for the victim who suffer from cyberbullying, although they have no physical injury, but in the long-term psychology, pain is unimaginable for us. Just now you have stated the impact of bullying and cyberbullying not only for the victims, it is also affected their families and society. Can you please tell me more about this one?
Yes, sure, Miss Kitty. It's of course affected the victim family, victim experience delay and fears about life. Moreover, the bullied may be injured, causing family members to worry and fears. It's more worse affecting in the social cyberbully and contribute to the creation of a hostile and toxic online environment. When cyberbullies goes unchecked, it can discourage positive online engagement and inhibit meaningful interaction.
I have a point to add on cyberbullying. Can involve hate speech and harassment based on factors such as race, gender, sexual orientation, and more. This contributes to the spread of intolerance.
It is true, Saras. It can reinforce harmful stereotypes. It is horrible to listen to all of the effects and impact. By the way, what is the reason people will involve in the bullying and cyberbullying? Do you know what is it, Pika?
It seems to me that some people feel a sense of dominance and superiority by intimidating or hurting others. Besides that, people with low self-esteem may use bullying to boost their sense of self-worth. Most disturbing of all, some people take a pleasure in causing pain to others. They may derive a kind of enjoyment from the pain they have caused.
I agree, Ms. Pika, but what I think is revenge. Bullying can sometimes be of a response to a provide of actually revenge. Individual might to target others as a form of a revenge or relations for a revenge wrong.
Thanks for your two explanations. They are just some of the factors we mentioned, and there are many other aspects that we have not seen. The harmful bullying should not be underestimated. So do you think there is any prevention for bullying and cyberbullying, Ms. Santia?
Of course, Kitty, to prevent this kind of case from happening, we must to cooperate in a various aspects. First, we are thinking to before we are post anything in the social media like Facebook, Instagram or others, because it can be a while if we post something. Better we can avoid to post something important personal information. For example, identify cards and details of phone number, bank details and address. In this way, we can avoid to cyberbullying.
Yeah, that's true, Santia. How about Saras?
For me, the role of school the education and can train education to recognize the signs of bullying and cyberbullying and provide them with tools to address this issue in a supportive and effective manner. Raise awareness about the harmful effect of bullying and cyberbullying through campaigns, workshops, and educational programs. Teach individuals about the importance of empathy, respect, and responsible online behavior. For the social side, it can create a safe environment for victims to report incidents and seek help. Offer support service to help them cope with the emotional toll of bullying, collaboration and community involvement, collaborate with community organizations, law enforcement and online platforms to address and prevent cyberbullying collectively.
Okay, so thanks for our guests sharing their opinion. Guys, bullying can occur in various settings, including schools, workplace, online communities, neighbors, and even families. So victims of bullying often experience emotional distress, anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, and even physical health issues. On the other hand, those who engaging in bullying behavior might be struggling with their own issue, such as insecurity, a need of control, or a lack of empathy. So we can work towards creating an environment that have kindness, respect, and inclusivity. To anti-bullying actually is not just one people's job. Okay, so everyone have a responsibility to involve in it. So that's all for our talk show today, and thanks again to everyone who watching our talk show, and thank you with our team members, and thanks for everyone. Bye bye.